Hello. What's up, guys? Can I be heard right now? The delay is probably going to be insane. I'm calling it now. But whenever you hear this, let me know. Oh, wow. The delay is like nothing, actually. That's awesome. So yeah, this is going to be a jank ass stream because I'm apparently completely incompetent at setting up a live stream, but I'm here. I made it. And the next one will be better because I'll do more research before before I start. I might be able to get a webcam on. I'm not even sure if I can figure that part out. But for now, I'll just keep it off, and it'll be fine. I'm sure. I had like a whole plan. I was gonna like roll the intro and like say the hey on time. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna blow your minds. But alas, it did not happen. Okay, give me 1 second and I'll pull up the tier list thing. Okay. Can you see this right now? I think you can. All right. Sweet. Give me one more moment. Let me feed my cat and then I will be good to go. 1 second. I'm going to play that oh wait, no, I already closed the music. Never mind. I don't even know if you could hear the music, honestly. I don't know if that part worked. Could you hear music on the starting soon screen? Oh, it did work? There was music at the beginning? Okay, I am just about ready. Music was quite operational. That's great. Okay. Here we are. Tier list time. What are we thinking right now? I think let me just search. Let's just search Shonen Jump. Let's see what comes up. I have nothing planned. I'm just going to kind of roll with it. Ultimate Shonen Jump tier list. What is this? Oh, okay. So it's a bunch of series. All right, this will be easy. We can okay, there's already a haven't read tier, so that helps cuz there's definitely some in here that I have not read. Here, let me change this. And then as we continue, try to think of some that I can do and I'll add them to the queue. Yes, we will need to change that text color. Is that even an option? I don't know if that's an option. Hold on. Let me I have like a dark mode filter that might be okay, yeah, that's better. Let me see. Oh yeah, the aspect ratio is a little fucky. Change that. Okay. That's fine, I guess. Again, jank ass stream. Need I repeat it? All right. Shonen Jump. Here we go. How far back does this go? It says it's the ultimate one, so it must have a lot of great stuff. Okay. We'll go in order. This will be good. This is the first time I'll talk about a lot of these series on the channel. My Hero Academia. I actually am going to be doing a video about this in the near future. Hopefully next week, maybe the week after. This is a decent series. Oh man, where would I? It's hard to rank it amongst all of these, you know. I read My Hero basically from the start. It was like a little after. Yeah, I think the first chapter I read week to week was like something in the. I think it was before All Might even fought Nomu, actually. So it was really early, and I didn't keep up with it every week, but I did. I followed it like loosely, and eventually I did just commit to reading full week to week. But I don't even remember at what point I fully committed. It might have been after the first season of the anime that I hard committed. So, you know, it has a special place in my heart, but there's a lot of things about it that just don't really hold up and just kind of annoy me, like the fact that the whole series takes place in 1 year. And yeah, it's hard to call that a flaw because, I mean, it's just kind of a nitpick, really. If you're just looking at it as a story that is told, then really the amount of time it takes to tell it in universe isn't really a factor. But, you know, overall, I think it's a solid series. I would probably, I think I'll, let's go B. It's a really difficult start to a tier list. It could be the standard or like the limit before elite stuff, right? Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. I guess I kind of was too. Whenever My Hero started, I was a little older than Deku. I think Deku's like 13 when the series starts or something. Well, I think he's 13 like the whole way through because again, it's 1 year, which is insane. Anyways, One Piece. I mean, that's S. That's an easy one. That's one of my favorite series of all time. Absolute banger. Can't go wrong. Let me change the thing again. Sorry. Okay. Demon Slayer. I just did a video about this. You all know how I feel about it. I think probably B also above My Hero. Maybe hot take, maybe not. I don't know. I love Demon Slayer a lot. I think it's just a super solid story. The recent One Piece chapters have been crazy. Yeah, absolutely. It's just a total dream come true getting to read God Valley every week. Well, not every week because Oda's off all the time, but every 3 times a month basically. Although lately it's been 2. JJK is again something I love very dearly. It is not S. And I mean, if you really take into account everything that happens in this whole series, like, you know, the end stuff is a little wonky, not wanky. That's a different word. So, God, that's tough. I don't often reflect on JJK as a whole. I kind of just view it as like, you know, the best parts is what I think of often. Like I think of Shibuya, which is one of my favorite arcs ever. But then I think about, you know, how rushed the end of the Sukuna fight was. Sorry, spoilers. I don't know. Well, whatever. They fight Sukuna at the end of the series. Shocker. Who would have guessed? God. This might get moved, but I'm going to put it in A for now. I would almost guarantee that will get moved. But I do think it's better than these two, at least. Even factoring in its flaws. JJK has a problem of not wanting to do groundwork for its stuff, and it's got a punch god problem where he struggles to write a lot of matchups. Yeah, that is pretty true. But, man, whenever it pops off, it really pops off. It has some of the most entertaining fights in the biz. Like, Hikari versus Kashimo. That shit is amazing. And it's just like two characters that you basically just met, and Kashimo's just a bum. That fight's amazing. It turns, even the fight before with the manga guy, the manga artist. That was cool too. I don't even remember his name, but that was sick. All right, Naruto, banger, all-time classic, one of the big three. I love the big three. You guys know that. Hey yo, who up shonening? They jump right now. I definitely am. Hold on, Claymore was Shonen Jump? Wait, what? Blue Exorcist? What the hell is this tier list? This isn't... I know that's not Shonen Jump. What is going on here? Dawn to Dawn, Jump Plus. Whatever. I don't know what they're thinking here. I just noticed all that. Whatever. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Charles was his name? I thought that was somebody else, but you're probably right. Yeah, anyways, Naruto. I love Naruto. I can't in good faith put it in S because the war arc is mega ass. I'm sorry. It's really bad. I don't like nearly anything about it except for Obito as a whole, except I don't like how his character ends either. Sorry, I don't know if that's a hot take. I don't know how people feel about that war arc in 2025, to be honest. Claymore did start in Jump. Hold on. Did it really? Monthly Shonen Jump. I see. Huh. Well, I guess it counts. That's fascinating. This is a shonen? I thought this was seinen. I've read Claymore, by the way. It's a little overrated, if you ask me. But you didn't hear that from me. Whatever. Okay. Naruto puts the battle in shonen battle. So true. It's an okay war arc. It's definitely a weaker Naruto arc. Yeah, exactly. It weighs down the series so much because of how long it is. I love most of Naruto, but man, that arc is just ridiculous, and I don't like anything that happens in it, really. But whatever. I still love Naruto. It holds a very special place in my heart. As a shonen battle, it's got the best battles of the big three. Ooh. Yeah. Where's Bleach? Okay, Bleach is right here. Let's just talk about Bleach now. I would say Bleach is... Ooh, man. Probably also a... I don't know. That's tough. Like, is it better? Yeah, it's better than JJK, I think. That's tough, actually, because you gotta think about the Fullbringer arc, bro. No, Bleach won't go in B. Don't you worry. You don't know anything about Naruto. Wow, that's shocking. So anyways, I was gonna get to the fights thing. Bleach has very, very, very good fights. You know, but whenever I compare like the best Naruto fights to the best Bleach fights, who comes out on top in my mind? Honestly, man, I might have to say Bleach. I think some of the best Bleach fights are just a little better than Naruto fights. And it might just be the simple fact of Naruto not having like a Bankai-esque thing. Bankai just adds so much to the mystique of Bleach. It just makes fights so much more enjoyable to watch to me, or read in this case. Also, I will say this could be anime bias because the 1,000-Year Blood War anime is unbelievably good, and it's definitely kind of overriding my memories of the manga version. But like Unohana versus Kenpachi, that shit is so good. Bleach is arguably the worst of the big three IMO, but still good. Yeah, I mean, I'd say it's, as a package, the worst of the three, but come on, it's the big three. Bleach fights were better, but Naruto's emotion and writing overall were better. 100%, yeah. I mean, you know, Kakashi versus Obito, Bleach has nothing like that. There's nothing that can make you feel even an ounce of emotion as deep as that. So it all comes down to preference. Bankai is great, but Bleach has some pretty jank fights. Oh, for sure. I think about Yami, the worst character to ever grace manga. I think any fight involving him, except his initial fight with Ichigo, that's fire. I think Yami sucks, and all of his fights later suck when he gets all big. Shit's ass. You're remembering the peak, not the floor. Yeah, you're right. You're so right. Fullbring arc is actually goated, but you're not really prepared for it while binging. Yeah, I mean, sorta. I would agree to some extent. Who's Yami? Yami is Espada number 0. This guy. Oh, Yami. What? No, it's definitely Yami. This guy. Fucking look at this. Oh my god. You can see this tab, right? Yeah, you can. Look at this motherfucker. Holy shit. This is crazy. What was Kubo thinking? What was he cooking? Who is that even? I don't even remember who was standing there. Like Byakuya? I don't know. This is garbage. Dude, Kubo, he was on some shit with Yami. The only good part about the Yami fight is the implication that the captains got bored and fought each other. Hell yeah. Fullbring is interesting until the twist, at which point it goes down the tubes. Yes and no. I kind of like the twist, but it like the end stuff is pretty boring. I got to admit. It's probably those are probably legit the worst fights in the series. All the Fullbringer fights. Kenpachi and Byakuya. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, Death Note, baby. Let's talk about Death Note for a minute. Not a battle manga, obviously, but a classic, iconic. Yeah, it gets worse after L dies, of course. I think everybody and their mom will agree with that. There's a few post L lovers, but I don't know if I've ever seen anybody say that it's like better than pre L. But come on, it's iconic. Like, it's got to be A. A for me. It's just iconic. I hope A doesn't get too bloated. I don't think it will. We got to get through a lot of stuff here. It's just better than JJK at least. Maybe better than Bleach, low-key. Ooh. Yeah, I think it's better than Bleach. I'm going to say it. It's so iconic. I mean, it's like a worldwide phenomenon. I think everybody knows about Death Note on this planet. You'll be hard pressed to find somebody who does not know about Death Note. Let me catch up on chat here. I wanted Fullbring to be good, but that shit made me snooze. Yeah, for real. Yeah, it's not a bad twist, but bad execution. Yep, 100%. You'd say B. I think Nier is reasonable in theory, but the execution was a miss. Yeah, it's too sudden. I wish there was a little bit more build up to it. You've never seen me, bro. I love Nier. Oh, okay. Don't get me wrong. I like Nier. I like him, but I don't like his integration into the plot, as insert name was just saying. It's just kind of doesn't hit. It's messy. You needed Mello and the other guy to make that work as a trio. Yeah, for sure. Death Note is S. I could see it. I could even move it, but no, I don't think so. I don't think it's S for me. It's just post L is too not as strong. And yeah, they do absolutely pull it back in the end. 100%. The ending is amazing, especially in the manga. I need to reread it. I was 14. Yeah, you definitely do. You'll get a lot more out of Death Note when you read it as an adult. He should have been 100% foreshadowed. Yeah. That's a problem with a lot of manga, honestly. They decide to introduce characters that late. Hey, I love the videos. It's cool to see you streaming. Thank you. I will do more streams for sure in the future. I had a whole cool plan for this. If you missed the beginning, but it went to shit. So I'll do a better stream in the future. I got some work to do. Death Note was our first anime. Yeah, that's a lot of people's first. Also treats a lot of its characters like ass, to be honest. Yeah, absolutely does. Many characters. Misa got shafted, bro. All right, Hunter x Hunter. Come on, guys. It's ass. One of the best manga ever created. No bias. I have a podcast. Check it out. A lot of you here watch or read the podcast, or read the podcast. Maybe read the AI transcriptions. Listen or watch. But yeah, it's peak. Come on, it's just phenomenal. One of my favorite series ever. I love it dearly. Love everything about it. What more can be said? Go on. You got to give it up. You could argue A because of the quality drawings sometimes, but the characters and plot wise S. Yeah, I mean, Greed Island definitely art got a little rough, but I think overall low quality drawings don't even make it to the volumes. Yeah, exactly. Greed Island in the physical volumes is totally fine. Like 100% fine. That whole, the sketchy crowd shot that everybody likes to throw around, it doesn't exist. It's totally fine. I think Hunter x Hunter's art is incredibly underrated, and the people that underrate it, I just don't think I think they just don't know what they're talking about, to be honest. Because Hunter x Hunter has incredible art. Togashi is a amazing artist. I respect him dearly. All right, Black Clover. I really love Black Clover. I am a big fan of it, but I do acknowledge that it is kind of slop. Not F, sorry, that's not the placement. I'm gonna put it in C. It's a little slop coded, but I am really endeared to this series because it just takes me back. It feels like. You guys remember Buso Ranking? Is that on here? Buso Ranking. Where is this shit? Is it on here? Am I missing it? Anybody see it? If anybody even knows what I'm talking about. I don't see it. I don't think it's on here. Is it? It's there. Next to Witch Watch. Okay, that'll stand out more. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Classic. Let me rank this. Same spot. These two things right here are interchangeable to me. I think they're just like the same thing for a different era. Buso Ranking didn't last as long. It got axed, I think. I don't exactly know my my jump history from the early 2000s as well, because I wasn't like following it as I do now. But yeah, these two, just same thing, different era. And I love that about it. It's just a mediocre slop shonen battle manga, but it's just so endearing and fun that I can't help but love it. Black Clover has some good moments early on, but fell off pretty hard, especially after the move to Jump Giga. Lost all momentum. C feels like a fair spot. Yeah, exactly. I totally agree. Water Temple arc, that's my favorite still. I don't think it ever went beyond the peak of that arc. Let's see here. Black Clover has really nice charm and vibes, but as a critical piece, it's just not anything special. True. Yep. I enjoy Black Clover. Then I have to sigh whenever gets another power up. Dude, it's getting ridiculous. I don't want to spoil things if you're not caught up to Black Clover, but my god, lately is just absurd. It is so ridiculous. That dude hasn't lifted a finger in his entire life. Meanwhile, Asta's working his ass off every day, but gets everything on a silver platter. So annoying. Buso Ranking had such a sick anime opening, though. I've actually never seen the anime before. Not a Black Clover reader, but the Try monthly schedule is so insane to me. Yeah, but I mean, Gintama fans had to deal with that back in the day too, and that series is still wildly popular. Feels like stretching the ending for the sake of stretching. I think Tabata just had some problems, health problems, or who knows, just workload problems that he just couldn't make weekly happen anymore. But fair, I get it. I can see why you would say that. I like Black Clover's art. Yeah, it's Black Clover has really, really good art most of the time. It has some rough spots for sure. Even honestly, I might say the late stuff, like even stuff that's happening like right now, is kind of. Oh, Leo Dog, check Discord. Hold on, let me check on my phone. I don't want to risk pulling up, doxing you or something. Oh, thank you, Leo Dog. Can I get this on stream without ruining everything? Here, hold on. let me figure out. Let me do some live stream tutorials. Let's see. I think I can like download the image. Save. Hold on. This will be worth it. I think I can add an image source. See, I'm learning on the fly. Exciting stuff. Okay. Yes. Here we go. It worked. So this is from Leo Dog. If you guys don't follow the podcast, Leo Dog is a artist listener of ours who did a whole comic about me and Dylan, the co-host of the podcast. And this is his little piece of art for 1,000 subs, and that is so sweet. I love this a lot. Thank you so much, Leo Dog. Ed's tail's going crazy with it. Thank you, Leo Dog. That is very, very sweet. All right, let's fix this again. Number one OWL fan, yes sir, absolutely. Don't ruin your stream. No, I enhanced it, Leo Dog. Okay. Haikyuu, all-time banger. I haven't read Slam Dunk. Kill me now, I guess. I know I'm gonna get burned at the stake for that, but this is my favorite sports manga of all time. I bet Slam Dunk would surpass it if I read it. I know, but Haikyuu, yes, easy yes, banger. I love it so much. It's such a simple story, but it just works so well. It's power of friendship type vibes, but actually like hard work and effort with your friends as well, which I think adds a really great layer to it. It's Haikyuu. It's the GOAT. I prefer Diamond No Ace and Kuroko, but all three are great. Yeah, I know a lot of people who like Kuroko, but I have the only work of his that I've read is Kill Blue, which is not that great. So I'm a little tainted, but I will get around to Kuroko at some point. I'm sure it's great. All right, we got all the JoJo's, so let's go in order. Part 1, D. Solid start. It's pretty rough. Have you ever read? I mean, I'm sure many of you here have read JoJo Part 1. The anime definitely overwrote a lot of people's everything about it because it's a lot better. The art in Part 1 is pretty rough, but it's still solid. It's a nice, enjoyable, smooth read, but it's just not anything. At least C. Nah, I gotta disagree. I'm putting Part 2 in C. I'll give you that. Do you think that should be B? Because I completely disagree. And I love JoJo. I really love JoJo. I'm guess past Part 1. I keep trying to read it, but I'm just impatient. Fair. Yeah. It's a very, very slow start. You just got to get by on vibes. Yeah, it's literally it's a bizarre series. You gotta roll with the bizarre vibes. Part 2 is at least B, probably A. Best part prior to 7. Holy shit, insert name. I'm so happy I have an avenue to get your opinions outside of Hunter x Hunter now, because this is some crazy shit. What in the world? Part 2 best before part 7. That's crazy. I've never heard anybody in my life say that. I really love part 2. Joseph is probably he would be my favorite JoJo if not for Johnny, but he's my second favorite at least. I'm anime only for JoJo, but it does nothing for me. Made it to part 5, just not for me. That's fair. There's tons of people like that. Okay. Part 3, massive improvement. That's B, at least. That looks right at home with these guys, I think. Iconic, some of the best stuff in the series in terms of like iconicity. Is that the word? Is that how you say that word? I mean, Jotaro versus Dio, one of the most legendary events in manga history. Gotta give it up. Gotta show some respect. What a great cast. I love the Stardust Crusaders so much. Just one of the greatest group of boys out there. I've always heard great things about JoJo's. Is part 1 just night and day from the rest of the series? Part 1 and 2 are pretty different, except if your insert name, I guess. Because, I mean, those are both pre-stand. Hamon is awesome, though. Don't let anybody sway you against Hamon. It's great. I love it. But just not as tightly written as any of the other parts. Well, tightly written isn't even how I would describe any JoJo except part 7, but just not as enjoyable, I guess. I didn't know part 1 was considered that way until after I read it and talked about it. It's charming with how old and straightforward it is, also knowing what comes later. It's refreshing. Yeah, I can see that. It is charming, for sure, but it's still heavily flawed. Some of the episodic stuff. Oh, by the way, the Cosmere, thank you. The Cosmere64, thank you for becoming a channel member. Appreciate that. You're a new one. Some of the episodic stuff doesn't hold up, but that's more so going back to it nowadays. For the time, it was a good formula. Yeah, I try to view part 3 like that, like as a for the time thing, because it really was just, this blew the whole world's mind when this came out. There's a reason this was the only thing that got an English release until the JoJoniums. Let's see here. Kind of glad that I only went off the manga, not the anime. It's more pure that way. 100%. Congrats making it to 100,000 of 100,000 subscribers. I'm not that far. 1K subscribers. Thank you so much, Josh. Appreciate it. All right. Part 4, banger. That's A. Give it up. That's my favorite. Well, I'm putting part 5. Sorry, and this might be a hot take. These 2 parts are almost equal to me. I love both of these so much. They're both great for different reasons. But to me, part 5 just feels like a better part 3. All around. I don't know how hot of a take that is. It feels hot just like coming out of my mouth, but that's how I feel. They're the best. Pre-part 7. Is part 7 on here? Probably not. It did run and jump for a bit. Nah, part 7's not on here, unless I'm missing it, but I just hate Gold Experience with a passion, more intense than the sun. The rest is fine. Why? I love Gold Experience. Kira theme is so good. Yeah, the anime is amazing. How many books does JoJo have in total? It's more than One Piece. I don't even know. Probably like 150, maybe. I'm starting to get used to JoJo, and I am getting a crash course on it via watching Trenton Art's History series on Jump. Hell yeah. It's a fascinating series. I'd recommend pretty much anybody read it. All right, part 6, Stone Ocean. Oh man, I love Poochie. Poochie's the best thing about part 6. C and B. Which is it? Say B. I'll give it B. Yeah. Poochie is just so good that I oftentimes, well, so is Jolene, by the way. Oftentimes when I think about part 6, I think about Poochie forever. That's like the only thing that I can find myself that I can make myself think about in regards to the series. I don't know why. I'm just so captivated by him as a villain. He's great. And yeah, Jolene is a great JoJo as well. I don't know anything about JoJo's, but Golden Experience sounds not great. Well, you'd be wrong. I get where you're coming from, but you're wrong. Dragon's Dream fight was the first time I took a break from JoJo. Dragon's Dream is basically nonsensical, especially if you're reading the old scans that we were forced to read for many years for some reason. There was never anything better. But it's not even it's a really interesting fight if you actually take the time to understand what in the world is happening. One of these days I'll explain why I hate Golden Experience and I love Henry's Biohazard. Biohazard's awesome. Okay, Nisekoi I have not read. Sorry. I'll get around to it. Spy Family, do I even include, it's Jump Plus. That is purely Jump Plus. That was never in the magazine, but whatever. I don't know. I like Spy Family a lot. I'm not ranking it, sorry. I'm leaving it out. I'm not putting Jump Plus in here. Spy Family's great though. Chainsaw Man, only part 1. Part 1 Chainsaw Man is peak fiction. Do I put it in S? I do not put it in S. I'm putting it in A. It belongs there. That's right where it belongs. I love part 1 Chainsaw Man. It's a damn near perfect story, honestly. It works from front to back. Perfect. Nearly perfect, at least. Nisekoi is C for me. Your mileage might vary. If you found it funny, anime was good improvement on the source material. Wow, that's interesting. I've never really heard much about Nisekoi. I didn't know the anime was considered better. Are we strictly doing Weekly Jump? Yeah, that's what I'm doing, at least. Because it's also just like, there's just like a random assortment of Jump Plus series on here, and I just don't really feel the need to include them. Part 2 hurts me. Yeah, we'll see how it ends. I don't know. I'm open-minded. Congrats on 1K, man. Generally a serial lurker, but I've been following the podcast and then this channel since you posted that Succession Contest character guide on the Hunter x Hunter subreddit. Thank you. So many people found us through that. It's so cool to see people even now talk about that as the origin point. I remember that night whenever I posted that, me and Dylan were just like watching our subscriber count skyrocket. It was like literally every time you'd refresh the page, there'd be like 15, 20 more people. That was like one of the most exciting nights of my life. It felt so good to have all that hard work pay off on those charts. And I will be updating those before the new chapters come out. Fell asleep during the first episode while I was trying anime JoJo's because my friend is a JoJo fan. That's the only reason. That's the only one time I fell asleep watching anime. Damn. That's a shame. All right. Mission Yozakura family. Got any Yozafam fans in the chat? It's it's got really good moments. I think everything post time skip, like when Tayo and I forgot her name, Matsuri, I think. Mitsuri have kids. That's all great stuff. If you put this above JoJo Part 2, no, it's not on this. Okay, I guess it's D because it's not, I don't think it's better than anything here, and I don't think it's even on par. So yeah, I like it though. I like Yozakura Family. It's not that bad. It got a lot of hate when it was when it was in the magazine, but I think it's solid. I really love Yozakura Family. It's so charming, but if I had one complaint, it would be the amount of episodic slice of life stuff. Some of it was fine, but it was just too much. Yeah, it got really unfocused at times. It was really hard to keep the plot with that series. That was a big problem I had with it. Haven't read it. Could be low C. Art is really good. Yeah, the art is pretty good. Dr. Stone. Hey guys, guess what I haven't done? I have never read Dr. Stone. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry about that. I don't like Boichi, guys. I have to be honest. This is one of my hottest takes, but I just don't like him. I think his art style is grotesque, especially how he draws One Piece, which is what I have read from Boichi. His the Ace one shot and like the times he redrew the two chapters, which was the Nami and Khalifa fight and the Zoro and Mihawk fight. Yeah, see, it's so divisive. I say that, and there's gonna be people who are like, "Hell yeah, you're so right," and then there's others that are like, "Boichi's god tier. He's so good." It's all a matter of preference. You got to get on it. Dr. Stone rocks. I'm sure. I know the art is objectively incredible. Looking at it gives me a migraine. That's, you know what? Key to the skies. Yeah, you're kind of right. That's kind of how I feel. Boichi's art is kind of hit or miss. He can draw guys well, but his women are pretty yeah, okay, listen. Let me show you something. Boichi. Look, I've searched this before. I think I was going to do a video about this at some point. Nami. Guys. What is this? Come on. Can we just like look at this with our eyes for a second? Like, do you see what I'm looking at right now? Honestly, that improves my opinion. That looks sick as hell. What are you guys smoking? This looks sick. This is sick. Maybe sick and twisted. I don't think this is sick. This is vile. Vile. Not for me. Not for me. Boichi is a fucking freak. He is. I agree. He's so fucking weird, bro. Mind you, he got his start making like fetish porn manga. And wow, really, like I'd never guess. Nonsense. Look, this, I hate this shit. Okay. Can I zoom in on this more? No. Can I like at least do this? Look at, what the fuck, Reddit? Oh my good god. Never mind. Whatever. Her boob here is not even, whatever. Fuck it. I don't care. Anyways, like Oda doesn't draw women with just yeah, I'm not saying Oda draws women better, but I'm saying I can at least tolerate Oda's women more than I can Boichi's women. Most of the time, at least. I don't know. Sometimes, like, I look at Rebecca, Vivi, and Nami back to back, and I'm like, God damn, Oda, come on. All right, Food Wars. Hey guys, haven't read it. Sorry. I know. It's another sin of mine. I've read Shokugeki no Sanji. This was like, Food Wars ended. Well, actually, that's not even true. I was reading most of Jump whenever this series was still going on. I just it was like so deep in, I didn't feel like catching up because I wasn't interested. I heard the final arc was kind of ass, so I just didn't catch up to it when I was reading Jump. But I'd love to hear about it a little bit. Food Wars was so good, but I gotta check over my shoulder every 5 seconds. Some of those scenes are crazy. Yeah, I know there's some like wild fan service. Sokugeki no Sanji had some of that too, but it was relatively tame. Shokugeki no Sanji has a horrible chapter in it though. You probably know the one if you've read it. Food Wars is ass. It's just ecchi. Not all ecchi is bad. Don't read the Blue Arc or watch season 5. Blue Arc. It's just called Blue Arc. Interesting. Bakuman, I've read like half of it. I don't know why I never finished it. I'll rank it because I think it's really good from what I read. I haven't finished it. From what I've read, Actually, I'm not ranking it. I'm just gonna say I haven't read it. I don't feel comfortable ranking because I don't know the ending or anything. It's very very good though. If I were to rank it, I'd probably put it in A at least. But I don't know. Maybe it gets dog shit later. It's such a cool. It's a very educational manga. I mean, it's literally about making manga, and that's not like a groundbreaking thing. There's a lot of manga about making manga, but it's really good. It has some unique perspectives, and I mean, it's the Death Note artist, so you can't go wrong. It's the best manga by that duo. Maybe. Yeah, I'd have to finish it. Slam Dunk, I famously have not read. I'll get to it. Ass Class, I haven't read. Hitman Be Reborn, haven't read. Beelzebub, haven't read. Sakamoto Days. Banger. Where does this go, though? I'm actually going to put it top of B. I don't think it's quite A. But Sakamoto Days is a great time. It's just all like turn your brain off fun action with like a hint of a story, but it's like, you know, it's not there's not a lot of substance to it is what I'm trying to say. But it's great. I love Sakamoto Days. It's perfect for what it is, you know. It's got Takamura, who's like the biggest aura farmer in history. It's just so visually stimulating. Yeah, exactly. Haven't read Ass Class. No, I have not read Ass Class. I have read The Elusive Samurai, though. I'm not talking about Kenshin. Sorry. No, I'm not really sorry, actually. Better than MHA, Sakade's has fallen off from these past 30 chapters. Really, I think overall it's been good, but it has been letting me down a lot. Better than my... that is a good point. Maybe I would put it there. Yeah. Yeah. Never read Reborn. Yeah, I that is very, very high on my list. I really want to read Hitman Reborn. MHA should be top of B. Sorry, I like Demon Slayer more. It's very close, though. The most recent chapters being made is not a good reason to say it's not great. Absolutely. 100%. The ending arc feels beyond sudden to me. I don't know about that. Gintama, I've watched some of the anime. I've never read the manga. I'm not informed enough to make an opinion. Okay, Mashal. Where do you put Mashal? C, I guess. C. Fuck. I'll keep it in C. Wait. Leo Dog, really? Buso ranking was Watsky? Oh, shit. What? I'm not Googling that fucker. Alright. Sorry, Buso ranking is gone. I did not know that. I really had no idea. Damn. Okay. Anyways, Mashal. I love Mashal. Wait, what am I talking about? No, I don't. I was just talking out of my ass. I really like Mashal. It's a really fun time. It's incredibly funny. Like, it's some of the most effortlessly funny gag manga stuff you'll ever read in your life. It just works like almost all the time. Sorry, I'm distracted by the Busa ranking stuff. That's like shocking my world. Damn, what a shame. But yeah, I really think Mashl's a great time, and you should check it out. It's just super fun. The ending arc is really like it I would say it kind of nailed the ending, but it's not exactly hard to end a gag manga series. But there was some level of serious stuff to Mashal. It just wasn't like the most compelling thing in the world. It worked. It worked all through. I really liked that series. I would like to I would like to see the anime continue. It only got 2 seasons, but the second season did really well. Fucking love it. I wish it didn't I wish I didn't stop reading like 100 chapters till the end, I think. Yeah, you should finish it. Wow, that it was funny the whole way through. Have you read Detective Conan? No, I have not. That's something I will do one day, though. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of things I have not read. So, yeah, nope. You know what? Let me go through. Let me rip this Band-Aid off now. Let me go through and just add all the things I haven't read. There's a lot. To Love Ru I have not read. Medaka Box, I watched the first season of the anime and I kind of thought it was ass. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This manga is also a problem, I'm pretty sure. I have not read Yuna. Black Cat, I read a little bit, but I don't. You didn't read Shaman King? No, I did not. I watched the anime on 4Kids when I was growing up, but that doesn't count. Strawberry 100%, that's a classic, but I have not read it. Toriko is ass. Sorry. F. Sumi, go ahead. You can do it if you want. Read as much as I needed to of that series. Black Cat, yeah, I know. Black Cat seems really cool. Has he read Nara Hyun? I don't know what that is, so no. Yu Yu Hakusho final arc was garbage, should be B. I'll get to Yu Yu Hakusho, hold on. I'll get there. I don't know what that is. Nura Rise of the Yokai Clan. Oh my god, what a classic. I did read some of this back in the day. Oh, that's what you're talking about. That's okay. So okay, yeah, then I have read some of this. Do I rank it though? I barely remember it. I'm not ranking it. Dan, you're here. What the hell? Where would you rank Vagabond? I haven't read it. You know that. Very funny. Hilarious. I also have a problem with Toriko too. However, aside from another author, the problem I had was the power scaling for the animals. What a interesting problem to have. Undead Unlock, yep. Haven't read this, that. I really want to read Sket Dance. I'm going to read Eyes or Is. I bought it. I'll get there. Haven't read. Have not read. Nope, not all of it. Nope. No. Nope. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of shit. All right, here we go. Let's just work with this. You gotta get reading. I know, I do. I don't even know what you're talking about right now, but I do. Whatever it is, I do have to read it. Nice Prison is definitely going in A. Is Nice Prison on here? No, that's too new. Bro's got a massive backlog. Yeah, no kidding. And this is just Jump, guys. This is just Jump. All right. This is just where I was starting. I'm here because you should be reading. You're right. I should be. This is good. This is the start. I'm gonna do a tier list that I'm much more that I can fill out the whole thing after this. I wanted to get this done though. All right, Yu Yu Hakusho. I love Yu Yu Hakusho. Yes, it has problems. Yes, the final arc is rough, but like, come on, it's Yu Yu Hakusho, man. Uh, dude, I don't know. Like, oh my god, I don't know. This is really hard for me. I'm gonna say A. I love Yu Yu Hakusho. Nah, if UUB MHA is A. What? Nah. You can put it in A, you're correct. Thank you. The anime, yes, the anime is a massive improvement in pretty much all regards. I love. I love Yu Yu Hakusho, man. It's the best. I don't know. It's Togashi, like Togashi's simple perfection. He just nailed it. Okay. Blue box. No, that's a little extreme. Hold on. Sorry. I'm not gonna go that far. Right there. Love Blue Box. It's one of my favorite things in the magazine right now. You can hear me talk about that every week though, if you're a new viewer, on the Shonen Jump weekly review roundup. Epic. Blue Box is S, bruh? I don't know. I maybe whenever it finishes. If it lands the ending like crazy style, then S. Hikaru no, I haven't read that. I forgot to put that. Hokuto no Ken, baby, come on. Okay, here's the thing. Post Rao is kind of mega ass. So like, and that's almost half the series. So how do you really rank Fist of the North Star? I guess B, because like everything pre-Rao is peak. It's so good. But like, man, it kind of just like does the same manga twice. It's such a weird phenomenon. It definitely feels like the editors just wanted it to keep going, so they just made what is it, Brunson? Is that the writer or the artist? I can't remember. But yeah, it just felt like they were making him continue, or them continue. It's a duo. I know that. Has avoided a lot of the traps that regular Jump romance series have done, and could be the longest romance past Nisekoi. Yeah, it's on the track. Blue Box is. Bronson. Yeah. I think it's okay to close your eyes and ignore the problems. Not in Fist of the North Star's case, because the problems are half the series. Yeah, insert name, you're actually very right about that. I did put Naruto in A, even with its long shit ass arc. Oh man. That's harder to compare though, because like ratio wise, it's still like, this is like literally half the series is trash. Naruto, it's like 25% of it maybe. I don't know, I'm sticking to it. I'm gonna put it at the top though. It doesn't belong at the bottom. Alright, Kagurabachi. I have some hot takes about this series I've been learning recently. But I still love this series. I'm not the type of fan that people want me to be of Kagurabachi, but you could get that elsewhere. There's plenty of Kagurabachi bro YouTubers out there. I'm here for the cool art and to see a young mangaka strive and make something awesome. I think it is such a cool series, and I have a lot of admiration for it. It goes in B for me. Nah, bottom of B, that works. Or maybe like better than Stone Ocean by a little bit, I guess. I'm not too hard pressed about ordering these tiers individually. I think it can't be put above Sakamoto yet. Yeah, no, it's not there yet. Kagurabachi's very, very, very B tier. It's awesome that it took off. Exactly. It's just, it makes me really happy. You know, I love to see something like this. The guy was 19 when he started. That's amazing. It's like Oda. It's like an Oda story. Yu-Gi-Oh, man. Hey. How high do we go? That's as high as I can go. I love Yu-Gi-Oh. It's just, yeah, Millennium game, final arc, not very good. I get it. But Battle City and the other one, what is the other one called? Battle Island or something? Those are just, or Dual Island, Dual City, I don't know, whatever. Not, yeah, no, it's Dual City, I think. Whatever, arc names. It's just incredible. I love those parts of Yu-Gi-Oh so much. Duelist Kingdom, there you go. Thank you. Or is it Battle City? I think it is Battle City. Hold on. Yu-Gi-Oh arcs. Not AI mode. God, no. Get me out. Okay. Battle City. Yeah. Tournament finals. King's Memories. Yeah, this is the shit. But whatever. It's not even that bad. I like the ending too. All right. Undead Unluck. Top of C or bottom of B? B. Yeah, that feels right. Undead Unluck is honestly A tier. I wouldn't personally go that far. At its peak, yeah. Like, Undead Unluck's peaks are really, really good. Like, I think about Undead Unluck spoilers, by the way, if you don't want to hear that. But like the earliest parts of when the universe got reset and Fuko's just like on her own trying to get the gang back together. I was so engaged reading those chapters week to week that like that was probably my favorite thing I was reading during that part of the story. That was so good. But yeah, it kind of lost me as we got closer to the ending, but it has some really great stuff near the end too. It's just really fast moving, but it's always been a fast series, so I don't know. It's a really solid read. I'd recommend it to pretty much anybody. There's something you can get. Yeah, and also there is some weird stuff in the first couple chapters, but that gets rectified and never really happens again. Despite its rushed ending, Yu was fun, and I'm amazed at how many different arcs we did in its second half. Yeah, for sure. Peaks are great, and I appreciate it doesn't drag out the ending compared to so many shonen fight mangas. Yeah, that's a good perspective to have. Okay. What else do we got in here? I haven't read Prince of Tennis. Kane Banashi. Sir Nam, I just read your comment about how you were really disappointed about the new chapter, and yeah, I get it, but like, I don't know. That is pretty bad, honestly. What? Why am I even? I'm weighing the final chapter, or the latest chapter, that much. What am I thinking? Yeah, I mean, series is still S. This is one of the best things that's ever been in the magazine. Dan, my friend Dan, donated $5 and said Yu-Gi-Oh manga properly ranked makes up for Part 3 ranking, almost unsubbed. What's wrong with Part 3 ranking? Got problems? Thank you, though, Dan. I appreciate that a lot. What was I even just doing? Oh, Akane Banashi, one of the best series ever to exist in this magazine. It is so unique. It's so special. I love it dearly. I love everything about it. It has some dud chapters, but what doesn't? So does this. This has Haikyuu has the first arc is a dud, if you ask me. A bordering on S. That's fair. Prince of Tennis is kind of mid. Not gonna lie. I really want to read it someday. It seems interesting. Saint Seiya. I kind of don't like Saint Seiya that much. I'll put it in D because I respect it, but it's a slog. It's like one of the sloggiest reads you can do. I'm not gonna lie, but I do respect the hell out of it. It's iconic. It's classic. Made waves, but just hasn't really aged super well to me. Dr. Slump, Akira Toriyama's first big hit. It's, the gags are old. Like, they're old Japanese gags. So to the English-speaking mind, a lot of this is not going to hit, but you just gotta... I can't just ride respect on this one, because... If I were to rank it by respect only, it'd be S because I have so much admiration for this thing. This was Jump. Like back when this came out, this was just Jump. This was the face of everything. Maybe even manga period. This manga was insane. But like now reading it as an American white guy, it's just kind of like a mildly funny art exhibition to see Toriyama's upbringing. And it's cool. I really like it, but I can only go as high as B to be completely fair to it. Dr. Slump is a solid B tier IMO. Yeah, well, look at that. I liked Prince of Tennis enough to finish it, but it felt like a chore. Damn. If you're curious about some of the old series you want to see, I highly recommend checking out Trench and Art's Jump History series. If you haven't seen them, it's worth it. Maybe I'll check them out. I'd love to learn about Jump more. Oh my god, the opening for Saint Seiya in Spanish is so old and funny. I used to watch it on TV. Yeah, that was huge over there for sure. By the way, are you ready for the Killua scene? Next batch. Oh, 99? Is that next batch? I'll have to tell Dylan. That's exciting. I'm really curious to see what that is. I read all of Dr. Slump and I enjoyed some of its best chapters, and my dad can see why Toriyama was popular due to the art. Yeah, it's very good art. 54. All right, I'm looking forward to it. Witch Watch. So Witch Watch is a very inconsistent series. Well, at least lately. Honestly, it used to be pretty consistent. It has a lot of duds, but when it's funny, it is like fucking laugh your ass off funny. I've died laughing at some Witch Watch chapters, mostly the Kanchi focused ones. I'd put it bottom of B. Around there is fine for me. I think it's really solid, and I enjoy all the characters and stuff. It's cute. Barefoot Gen I have not read. I didn't even know that was Jump, actually. Samurai 8. Y'all remember Samurai 8? This shit was like... It had a lot of potential. I thought it was cool. Why is this on here? It's like the only big flop on here. I guess just because it's Kishimoto. It's not F. It's probably D. Yeah, I don't know. It's Samurai 8. What are you gonna do? It was whatever. Ichigo is part tier list, so Bleach has to be S tier. What? What does that even mean? Part tier list. It did run for like a full year. Yeah, I guess it did, out of pity. Oh yeah, Barefoot Gen is shocking. That got to me, but also with Samurai 8, that was a massive shock to see the busy art and to hear the story. Oh yeah, the Samurai art. Yeah, it wasn't Kishimoto drawing it, and yeah, the art was definitely busy. There was a lot going on. Samurai 8 is a manga that Kishimoto did after Naruto. That's basically all you have to know. It was about samurais in space. Neat concept and a neat power system that was introduced like 3 chapters before the end of the series. Gotta love it. All right, let's just do these last 3 here. I don't know. Well, Rory Dragon's barely. That was in Jump for 6 chapters. I'll do Bobobo and Elusive Samurai, and that'll be it. Oh wait, Dragon Ball. Sorry, hold on. Yeah, there you go. Oh, for Promise Neverland's on here. I've read that. Oh man, see, I guess, dude, this series gets like trash, like mega trash, like halfway through, and it never recovers. Neverland first arc is A. First 2 arcs actually. I love I can't even remember what it's called. The second arc is awesome. Not gonna dunk on Kaiju again? No, it's Jump Plus. Not here. Dylan's here? Oh. Stopping by real quick to say congrats on 1,000 subs, bro. You deserve it. Dear Anemone A tier, by the way. Yeah, right. Not even on here. Thank you for stopping by, Dylan. I appreciate that. Goldie Pond, that's it. Yeah, I love Goldie Pond. That was fire, bro. That was so good. And then immediately after that, it turns to dog shit. All right, Samurai Elusive. The Elusive Samurai. Guys, I'm inclined to put an F right now because I'm so pissed off at it, but I won't be that mean to it. I guess C as well. Feels right to me. High highs, very, very, very low lows. Bounces out to a C for me. Promised Neverland, great start. I understand the ending, but after hearing about season 2, oh my god, season 2 of the Elusive Samurai, or the Promised Neverland anime is insane. That is one of the worst things you could ever watch, but I would recommend it to anybody because it's so hilarious. Like, it's just remarkable how bad they fucked it up. I've never seen anything like that in my life. Anime adaptation was really good for Elusive Samurai. Absolutely. Yeah, that was that made me like the series even more. Oh, thank you to Rafker for joining the super nice prisoner tier. Welcome aboard. All right, Bo, baby. I'm honest to God, I'm not kidding. This is the best gag manga Jump has ever had. Peak fiction. You can't go wrong. It's perfect. All right. This is my jump tier list from what I've read, except it doesn't have a lot of things that I have read because flops and whatnot. All right, what's next, guys? I want to hear just somebody shout something out. What's a tier list I should do? First thing I see, I'll do it, unless I could not possibly do it, I guess. Anime was good fun. Never read the manga though. Bobobo can get in any tier, and I'd be like, yeah, yeah. I actually rate rocks. Okay, I don't think I'll do that. Actual rocks. No, rate toolbox tools. Okay, let's keep it manga really. What's your favorite rock, Gage? Fortnite skin tier list. Okay, wait, I saw one that I actually wanted to do. One Piece arcs. Let's do it. That sounds fun. Not doing a rock tier list. I can't even name a rock. Wait, what the hell is this? Oh, this is a strongest. I'm not a power scaler. Wait, who do we got here? I don't know. Who would ever do that? That's so boring. Rock tier list. What the fuck? All right, I'm just gonna search it. Rocks. All right, let's just see. Rocks and stones with labels. You can't even read this shit. Grandesite or something, right? Uh, don't know. Schist, sandstone, chert, granite, marble, quartz, mudstone. Don't know. Diorite, gabbro, basalt, chalk, obsidian's S. All right. Quartz S. These are gonna be basic as hell. Slate. I kind of like slate. I'll give that B. Uh, what is this? Gemstone? I don't know. B. Schist looks kind of fire. Not gonna lie, that has a nice texture to it. Chalk. Yeah, chalk. Where's chalk? Did I rank it? No. Chalk. Iconic. Man. You know, school board, school classrooms. Iconic staple. The only rocks I know are from Minecraft. Yeah. Don't sleep on mudstone. It is kind of fire, to be honest. I at least gotta go A. Basalt. B. Chert. What the hell is that? S. Why not? Sandstone D. Marbles, pretty good. That's an A. Diorite C. Granite D. I don't even know what the rest of this shit is, to be honest. Gabbro is an awesome name, so that gets S. Chert is unironically S. What the hell is chert? Oh, yeah, I already ranked it. It is good. Everyone is asking, wait, where's Dr. Stone? Yeah, you're right. Where is it? Where is he? Akit. You know what? Akit kind of fucking fire. I'm not gonna lie. Diorite, more like diarrhea. Oh shit, manga bro. Let's fucking go. Okay, that's all I'm doing for rocks. Chert is a type of silicate. Silicate? I thought I knew what that was, but now I don't think I do. Okay. One Piece. One Piece. Akit is not better than salt. Okay. Does this have everything? It goes up to Wano. Nah, we need everything. What the fuck? Why is my computer downloading a file? What is going on right now? Okay, sure. Why not? Hack my computer. Okay. Does this have everything? This is jank, but it does have everything, I think. So we'll go with this. Okay. Peak fiction to super trash. I don't think there's gonna be anything in super trash, but you really gotta squint. Yeah, I don't like how these look at all. Maybe I can find a better one. Wait, One Piece Arcs 2025. Oh, that's even worse. I mean, I guess I can at least tell what they are. I don't know. This one's horrible, bro. What are these? Till Elbaf. How about this? Okay, this is readable. This has readability. Okay, here we go. Z. What the fuck are you talking about, Z? I'm not. Get out of here. All right. Here we go. Romance Dawn. Romance Dawn is iconic. You really can't go wrong. Actually, what does this even entail? Is it go? What the fuck? Jump scare, bro. Get out of here. Holy shit. I have to have ads on it. Wouldn't let me use my ad blocker on this shit. Okay. How far does Romance Dawn go? Is it just all of East Blue? No. Okay, this isn't in order. I see. Where does okay. It's Luffy backstory and Zoro stuff. Okay. Then man, it's really great. 7 chapters. Yeah, I mean that's like one of the best introductions to a manga period, to be honest. I think it's fantastic. I can't say S, but I'll put an A. That's just iconic stuff. I guess I'll just go in the order it's put here, even though this is whack as hell. I may need an energy drink. It's 4:45 a.m. We'll get a whatever that was. I didn't even catch the name of it. Terrible advertising. Romance Dawn, Romance Dawn isn't the whole beginning. Maybe I'm losing it. I don't know. That's East Blue to me. One Piece arcs are weird, bro. Orange Town. Yes, this is the second one. Kind of mid C. It's just like the buggy part. Love bro still. Who's still talking about rocks? Is that Leo dog? Ay. You rock fiends. What's after Orange Town? That'd be like is that Syrup Village? Probably. I want you to know if you get me it's insert name. Of course it is. Syrup Village. Ikuro is like the worst villain ever. So just for that, it's a D. There's also just some jank ass stuff that happens in this arc. I can't lie. It's not F. It is not F. But D, I think, is completely fair. It's just like, it's probably one of the worst. The kids are annoying. Onion and the others. I don't remember the other ones' names. I don't know. They're not that bad. Syrup Village was kind of peak in the live action. Yeah, I honestly think overall Syrup Village was vastly improved in the live action, which is not something I can say for pretty much anything else. Next is Baratier, I believe. Where's Baratier? Baratier. I like Mihawk in live action. Me too. Baratier, to me, is... but Dawn Creek sucks. A or S? It's so high up there, even with, like, not thinking about Dawn Creek all that much. I think it's still A. It just has... Like, dude, you gotta think about Zoro versus Mihawk. That is still one of my favorite moments in the whole series. And yeah, Sanji's at his best. Also, Gin is great, man. Wait, Pearl and Gin suck, IMO. I'll give you Pearl, but not Gin. I like Gin a lot. Rice for Gin, bro. It's sick as hell. Peak backstory, though? Absolutely. Just ignore Krieg. I actually like Krieg. So you don't like Gin, but you like Krieg. That is fascinating. What's next? Is that yeah, it's Arlong Park. Arlong Park is S. It's S. I love Arlong Park. It's some of the best stuff in the early parts of the series. It's I love that it's, you know, like the final conclusion arc for all of East Blue. It works so well. It's perfect, honestly. I love that arc to death. Who the fuck is Gain? It's Gain, bro. Gin. It's my goat. My only issue is if it's S, then how many S arcs we doing? 7? We'll see. Hold on. We'll get there. Let's see what's going on. Arlong Park. What's after that? That's Logtown. Where's Logtown? Right here. For being 5 chapters, Logtown is actually really good. It's just really like it's just really abrupt. Like it's really you can feel that it was cut short because Oda really wanted to get to the grand line at chapter 100. But it does a lot for the characters. Yeah, it's surprisingly got layers. I agree. Yeah, I think it's really solid. I'll put it in B at least. I really like Logtown. It's such an easy one to revisit because it's literally just 5 chapters. You can read that in like 5 minutes. Not actually. That's a little fast, but it won't take you very long to read that. Yeah, anime added stuff. Yeah, Daddy the Father with Usopp. That shit's great. I love that. Showing how you got the goggles. Is it Reverse Mountain would be next? Yeah. That's like barely an arc. I love Laboon, but I don't know how you rank this as an arc. It's not really like a story per se. I'll say C. It's at least better than Orange Town, but it's yeah, just not a whole lot to it, I guess. Little Garden is next. No, Whiskey Peak. Whiskey Peak. Laboon's arc is D, IMO? I don't know about that. It's not. It's hardly an arc, but whatever. Okay, Whiskey Peak. I don't know. This is another one. This might be D. Well, but it has moments. Like Zoro versus the 100 bounty hunters or whatever they were. That was sick, but that's kind of it. Like, not a whole lot else to it beyond that. I mean, it introduces Vivi, Robin. It's got stuff to it. Just put it in D. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's fair. Luffy versus Zoro, one of my least favorite parts of the entire series. Yeah, it's pretty random. WillOWisp, be true to your heart. You're right. You're right. I think D's probably about right. What is Little Garden? I don't know. I think okay. Honestly, with Egghead and just seeing Dory and Broggy come back, this arc has been elevated a lot for me. And I mean also Elbaf, not to mention Elbaf. So I've been liking it a lot more recently. I also revisited it pretty recently. It's kind of a banger. It's just fun. I don't know. B at least. I think it's really solid. I have a lot of fun with it. Definition of B tier arc for OP. Yeah, 100%. Introduce giants. Yeah, it's a big deal. Next. What is after that? Drum? Yeah, Drum. Ah, man. It's going to be A. I can't put it in S because Wapol is such a dog shit villain. But I love most of it. Like, Chopper's flashback is maybe still my favorite flashback. It makes me cry nearly every time. It's so good. I really love Drum Island. I'm excited to see it in the live action, honestly. I hope they do a good job. Put it like a top of A. Next would be Is it just Alabasta straight after that? Yeah. S. Alabasta's an S. It's, I mean, it's just, it's incredible. What can you say about Alabasta? It's just one of the best arcs in the series, straight up. Crocodile's one of the best villains. Vivi as a character in that arc is just phenomenal. I love literally everything she does in that arc. Yeah, perfect. One of my favorites. Jaya is weird because, like, I don't know. It's just set up for Skypiea, but it's also kind of cool on its own. Like, you got to think. You get Blackbeard introduced here, Doflamingo, Whitebeard, Kuma, also Bellamy. Everybody's goat Bellamy. You get to see Bellamy's shit get rocked, punched straight into the dirt. Shit's awesome. It's really good, honestly. I have a lot of respect for this arc, even though it's barely an arc. Like, there's no story here, except I guess like Bellamy, you could say, is the through line. But really, it's just, getting to Skypiea is the point of this arc. I'd argue without Jaya, OP's themes are unclear. Yeah, this is seriously like a tone setter for the rest of the series. It sets up so much with so little. I don't know if it's A. I'd say top of B for me, I think. But then, dude, the Blackbeard stuff is seriously some of my favorite stuff in the whole series still from Jaya. It's so good. I might move this, but I'm keeping it a B for now. Bellamy is also fun. Yeah, he is. Bellamy is an entertaining antagonist. All right, Skypiea. So, back when I was a wee lad, I don't know how many of you know no, it's not E. I don't know how many of you people know like my history with One Piece. I don't know if I've ever really talked about it before, but I've been a fan of One Piece since I was actually, honestly, almost as long as I can remember. I grew up watching it on 4Kids. My dad would buy the Shonen Jump volumes, like the English ones, when they'd come out, and I'd read it that way. It was really far behind then. I think it was like the earliest stuff I can remember reading is Arlong Park, but even that was like behind the anime. Just interesting stuff back then. So I've always loved One Piece, but Skypiea, I hated it way back when, as a kid. I thought it was garbage. But anytime I've revisited it since, I've gotten a higher and higher opinion of it. So, like, the Nolan flashback, exactly. It's so good. I watched until 2016 or so, but I don't remember the early stuff I watched as a kid. I remember it with the live action. Yeah, that's fair. So I think, oh god, this is still hard to rank because it has a lot of ups and downs. It's really long. I think this arc, even though I like it now, I think it is still too long. This is tough. Like, I was wondering where you were going with that. Part of me thought you were going to say you loved it. Nah, not that much. I still really like it. I don't know, man. It's not worse than Jaya. I'm not. Dude, it's a top of B. I'll give it top of B. Or maybe Jaya is better, actually. I don't know, bro. God. I love Eneru. He's one of my favorite antagonists in the series, honestly. Or NL, yeah, whatever you want to say. Wiper, that's my boy, yeah. Ohm. Shout out to Ohm. This is one you could put in any tier. Totally, yeah. It really could go anywhere, and I wouldn't bat an eye. It's the most divisive arc in all of One Piece. The worst part of Skypiea is the fake deaths. Dude, it's crazy in Skypiea. Well, hey, let's talk about Alabasta for a second. How about Pell? That is the worst shit I've ever read in my life. I still can't believe Pell is a real thing that happened. That's so crazy. But Skypiea, it might be more egregious just because the amount of fake deaths there are. Whatever. It's One Piece. You know how it is. I wonder if they will cast Eminem in the live action. One can only hope. Pell died. What do you mean? Yeah, you're right. My boyfriend reads One Piece, and with the weekly videos, I'm getting jealous and want to read it, but it's so long, I'm kind of scared. Just, like, the only advice I can give is just do it, you know? It's definitely a barrier, but so many people have done it. I've reread it, like, 4 times, man. You just gotta do it. You'll get in the headspace, and you'll start flying through like it's nothing. It's just so entertaining. Yeah, it has rough spots, and I'll get to those in a minute. But One Piece is just such a great ride. Couldn't recommend it enough. Where was I? Long Ring, Long Land. It's not even that bad. It's not that bad. It's just whatever. I don't know. C tier. I don't know. Not E. Afro Luffy, exactly. It's peak. Okay. What's Water 7? Right? We already at Water 7? Yeah. Well, S. Any's Lobby doesn't exist. I'm a firm believer Water 7 is Water 7. It's the whole... There is no arc. This is not an arc. Any's Lobby is not an arc. I've talked about this more times than I can even count. This isn't real. People only separate them because they leave the island. It's still the same story arc. In any other series on the planet, this would be one arc. But because it's One Piece and people like to separate the arcs by island, this falls in this weird spot. But here's the thing. I always bring this up. Why in the world do we separate these two, but we don't separate Wano and Onigashima? It's literally the same shit. It is the same exact thing. Whatever. I think it's so stupid. Water 7 is Water 7. It's the whole arc. Nobody will convince me otherwise. From when they land to Water 7 to when they come back is one arc. Look at this shit. Post Any's Lobby. Don't piss me off. I hate this shit. It's just called going back to where they were. It's almost like it's a whole complete story. What the fuck do you mean post Any's Lobby? Nothing sends me into a fit of rage more than seeing post Any's Lobby on my screen. So dumb. That is not an arc. It's a conclusion to an arc. Good lord. I think because you know Onigashima is the end goal when you land on Wano. But, I mean, you pretty much know what the end goal of Water 7 is whenever you get there. It's not immediate, but the goal is to save Robin. And that's a goal that starts on Water 7. And they don't complete that goal until Any's Lobby. What arc is completed at the end of what they call Water 7? Which I think the divide is just the end of the sea train. Is it beating Wanzai? Sanji beating Wanzai is the big climax of the arc? I don't think so. Garbage. Water 7, peak. One of the best arcs in Shonen history, maybe even in manga history. It is so good. One Piece, I don't think will ever top it. And that's fine. Oda just peaked too hard. Anyways. LOL, just got back and you're on the One Piece ranking now and immediately the wrong opinion about Long Ring Long Land. It's fine. Oh no, Cage is mad. Yeah, I am actually. I get pissed. Fuck this shit. Water 7/Any's Lobby is the best ever written arc in anything ever. Facts. G8 opinions. I like G8 a lot. I really like G8. Dylan actually just watched that recently for the first time, and he liked it a lot. He's been watching the One Piece anime for the first time. Dylan, a lot of you probably don't know, but Dylan is my co-host on the Hunter Association podcast. But yeah, I really like G8. It's fun. Good stuff. Thriller Bark. All right. Yes, where do I stand indeed? I think Thriller Bark is really good, but it has really low lows. It has oh, what is that fuck's name? The lion guy that everybody hates. Hold'em? No, that's somebody else, right? What is his name? Absalom. Yeah, yeah. Uh I hate that motherfucker with all my heart. I I hate the Nami scene that happens with him. That is disgusting, and I hate how Oda chose to play it off. But whatever. It is what it is, I guess. But Brook is my favorite Straw Hat, and I love his whole arc throughout this arc. I think Moria is a pretty weak villain. But overall, the Brook stuff outweighs any negatives really, except the big stuff. Absalom is irredeemable. I think that's just one of the worst things Oda has ever written. I'm gonna put it top of B. I can't quite bring myself to put it in A, but I do really like Thriller Bark. I think it's a good time. Brook MVP. I love Thriller Bark. Perona is my favorite female One Piece character. Yeah, I love Perona. He's fine in the cover stories, weirdly. Yeah, kinda. He's dead though. 100% dead. Are we gonna get cannibalized by pirates? Yes, I sure do. Not even gonna mention the end. The end? Oh, I like the Kuma stuff? Yeah, it's incredible. Yeah, nothing happened actually. What do you mean? Nothing even happened. It's yeah, I mean it has literally I will at least say this about the end. Thriller Bark's ending is probably one of, if not my favorite arc ending ever. The Brook piano scene is one of my favorite scenes in One Piece. I love it so much. It means a lot to me. Luffy laying on the back of the piano, incredible. And yeah, of course, the Kuma stuff is just amazing, especially with added context of later events. All right. Shabondi Archipelago. Kind of a banger, guys. This is really, really good. Introduces the supernovas, splits the Straw Hats up, even though Brook had not even one full arc with the crew before he's separated. What can you do? It's let me look ahead a little bit here. Because it's low key. It like low key might be S. It's S. It's S. I guys, Luffy punching Charlos. Holy shit. Can you name a better moment than that? I can actually, but that's high up there. Rayleigh, dude, the introduction of Rayleigh, holy shit, man. I got goosebumps when that shit happened. Luffy Law and kids standing up against all the Marines. Peak. So good. Impel Down. Wait, no, sorry. Amazon Lily first. Amazon Lily's fine. See, I don't know. Konkurazaki. Boa Hancock. Luffy asexual confirmation. Dub. That's about all I got to say about Amazon Lily, to be honest. Now, Impel Down. S. Impel Down to me is the most entertaining One Piece arc. Like through and through, I think every part of it is just wildly entertaining and fun to look at. Oda's art was also like incredible back then. This whole era, like Water 7 through like Marineford, is just like best Oda art ever. This introduced Jinbei, introduced Ivankov, Some of the best shit ever. Magellan, yeah, he kind of sucks, but whatever. Like he's a plot device ultimately. Impel Down, best arc in the series. Insert name. Wow, I respect the hell out of that. A lot of good rocks in Impel Down. You're probably right. I heard when it came to Amazon, Lily Oda moved that arc up early so it wouldn't be a problem with his daughter before she went to school. That's interesting. Hanya Ball, that's my guy. I love that guy, honestly. Okay. Post-war doesn't exist. Not real. Sorry. Marineford is S. No shit. Whatever. Like, what do you want me to say about Marineford? It's just peak. It's so good. It's just like it's kind of like low key what's happening with God Valley right now. This is just like God Valley, but like in the real time. You know, it's just such an insane wish fulfillment event that happened, and it's still crazy to think that it even happened at all. It just got everything you could want at that point of the story. Great conclusion to pre-time skip content. Post-war is fair as an arc. It's the whole ASL flashback. I mean, yeah, but it's still not its own arc. It's still the conclusion. I don't like any of this post anything arcs. It's not real to me. I'm sorry. Okay. Return to Shabandi, I don't know. It's fine. C, I guess. It's about the best I can give it. Fake straw hats are hilarious. Marineford traumatized me low key, but I remember it perfectly. Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah, Fishman Island. God. Fishman Island, bro. It has the Fisher Tiger flashback. Oh, B or A for you, man. I'm about to break your heart. It's nowhere near that for me. Yeah, Hody Jones. Like, can we take a second and think about Hody Jones? I like the donut shops on Marineford. Yeah, they're really good. Remember exactly where I was reading Marineford. I never experienced anything like that. Most hype shit ever. So true. Despite Fishman Island's flaws, has a good moral message and delivers on some of its aspects. Yes, it does, and that's what I respect it for. But I just think it's boring. It's like it's an arc to reintroduce the Straw Hats. I mean, that's also Return to Shabandi, but this arc just feels like there's no struggle at all, and that's because there isn't. The Straw Hats are beyond everything they're doing at this point of the story. Like, Hody Jones is a joke. All of his goons are a joke. I just think it's just so boring. There's no resistance at any point. Even when Hody gets all cracked out, it's still not threatening in any capacity. And that's not... I don't know what I'm trying to say. Fishman Island's weird. I'll just give it C and move on with my life. I don't know. I can only talk about Fishman Island for so long. Hody Jones isn't bad as a villain, as he serves a purpose. Vanderdecken, now that is a weak and problematic villain. Yeah, Vanderdecken sucks. Like, mega ass. Good lore, at least. Yeah, absolutely. There's no threat in Fishman Island. Yeah, there is not at all. I feel like that. Yeah, see, exactly. I get that. Like, I do respect that you like that there really isn't any resistance or anything. But it's a power fantasy moment. Yeah, I don't know. It's just it depends on how much you value that kind of stuff. I'm a guy that thinks solo leveling is complete dog shit garbage, so maybe that has something to do with it. I like my characters to like actually go through hardship and succeed in the end. And like, yeah, you can say that this is their reward for all the hardship they went through before. I don't know, whatever. Who cares? Fishman, I'm putting it C, and that's it staying. Punk Hazard B. Punk Hazard isn't bad at all. I think Punk Hazard's a really good time. It's really, I don't know. It's not like it's not like a crazy good arc or anything, but it's just, it is what it is, you know. I don't know. It's fine. Let's see. Where can I it's not fine. It's good. My thoughts are all over the place tonight. I'll put it above. It's like right there. Sounds about good. I don't like Punk Hazard. Cage is stress. I'm guessing you don't like most isekai. LOL. I don't like isekai at all. I love Punk Hazard. Law has some peak moments. Definitely challenge you to reread Punk Hazard. I did 2 years ago, actually. And I this is my opinion right now. So Punk Hazard had a lot of problems, but there are some good moments. I like it for the comedic and serious stuff, but I agree that Caesar Clown was not good. Guys, hot take, I like Caesar Clown. I like that Caesar Clown is just like a total nut job. I don't know. I think he's just like a really good comic book villain for One Piece. He's funny. He's voiced by Frieza. I forget his name in Japanese. I think Caesar's great. Gangster Gastino, guys, come on. I know that's not this arc, but that is like one of the best bits in One Piece. It's so funny. I don't know. Is it really that hot of a take? Crazy that Punk Hazard introduced Wano. Yeah. Well, actually, Wano was first brought up in like Thriller Bark. But it did set up Wano, if that's what you're saying. Don't get me wrong, that bit by Whole Cake Island was funny. Yeah, it sure was. Okay. What will happen to me when I say my opinion on Dressrosa? I guess I'll just have to do it and find out. This is my least favorite arc in One Piece. Period. I think it does basically nothing right. I know. Like, this is, man. Okay. My goat, Senior Pink. I hate Senior Pink. Are you kidding me? Bro, the editor that told Oda to include his flashback was that was like the biggest mistake of all time. That made that character so much worse. God Usopp is great. God Usopp using Conqueror's Hockey, or not Conqueror's Hockey, Observation Hockey one time and then never again is ass. But it's a cool moment. And that's about all I can say. Rebecca sucks. Sorry. She sucks. Kyros is kind of cool, I suppose. Doflamingo's a good villain. The Birdcage is ass. If you like the Birdcage, I don't know, hash it out. Tell me what's good about the Birdcage. I got nothing. I agree with you, it's the worst arc, but Senior Pink and Barto are the best parts. I love Barto. That's my boy. He's great. I don't mind the Coliseum stuff, but the Birdcage and everything after is just so bad that I can't. Oh my god, Birdcage and Hockey Recharge. I know. It's so garbage. Law Flashback is incredible. I'll give you that. Sabo Amnesia is really bad. Yeah. It's pretty rough. Sabo's whole reintroduction is really rough. Sugar Fainting, great moment. Law's Flashback also delivered. Fan of Elisabello. Who is that? Let me see. Oh, interesting. I mean, yeah. I barely remember him, but sure. Why not? Oops. Corazon, of course. At least C for Corazon. I can't. I This is my least favorite arc, straight up. I just think like the positives do not outweigh the negatives at all. I just really this arc is such a slog. I can't stand it. Anytime I get to in a reread, I just drag myself through it. It feels like I'm like wiping my face with sandpaper. I can't do it. I don't know. It's not for me. Okay. Zoe. Zoe's good. It's like, I mean, this was huge back in the day. This brought a lot of good lore to the table, and the moment of Raizo is safe, incredible, man. That is one of my favorite moments in One Piece. I oh man, it's A or B. B's getting bloated, but I don't want to put it in A just because I think B's getting bloated. So let me really think about this. It's, I mean, it's just really solid, you know? I can't think of really anything wrong with Zoe. Well, okay, uh Jack is really bad. That guy sucks. I guess I'll put it in B. I think that's fine. It's a good arc. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, it definitely is not perfect by any means. Also, not bro. Zoe brought us a tiny step closer to finally knowing how to find the One Piece. Yeah, and that was just insane back then. I remember when that chapter dropped. That was mind blowing. It felt like I remember back then thinking like, oh my god, we might be in the final stretch of the series now. Little did I know. Okay, Whole Cake. Top of A. I can't quite put it in S, but this is probably, I think, is this the best post time skip arc? I think so. It's really good, man. Big Mom is one of my favorite antagonists, and I know like she's not finished here. She does come back for more in Wano. Whole Cake S. I can understand that. Whole Cake is C or B. It has some really good moments, but some really lame moments for sure. Beige is the goat, absolutely. Luffy versus Katakuri, give it up. I think it's a slog, but Katakuri versus Luffy is the first iconic OP fight in like 300 chapters. Yeah, yeah, very true. It was so good. It brought Sanji back to the story. It made him like a character again instead of a weird freak. Whole Cake is fun, but I like the second half with the fight in the mirror world, but the early part with Sanji versus Luffy was heartbreaking. Totally. Luffy starving himself hit, and Sanji backstory too. Totally, yeah. Some of the best stuff in the series. Katakuri versus Luffy was the only part I didn't like. Damn, that's like my favorite fight in the series, to be honest. I love that fight so much. The Reverie, I don't know. It's, can I, well, it's my list, so I'm including whatever I want. I'm gonna also include the parts of the Reverie we get after Wano, or sorry, no, in the Egghead intermission, because that to me makes it a complete arc. And as is, dude, it's good stuff, man. Cobra's death is so good. I love that scene so much. It's so haunting and like just chilling. It's done very well. On its own, it's S, but it's not complete. Yeah, like it's a really hard one to rank. Um, it's so good. There's so much good shit that comes out of that arc. I'm gonna throw an A, to be honest. Just like the bottom. I think it's really, really good. Like the stuff we get out of that arc is just amazing. It sets up so much. It pays off a lot even. Over Lucci versus Luffy for Katakuri. Yeah. It's close though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say that like that fight has a dominating lead over that, but yeah, they're close. Do you think Emu face will get revealed, or they just a silhouette? No, they'll get revealed. I at some point. I really do still strongly believe, and it's kind of just a baseless theory, but I really think Emu's a woman. Reverie pacing in the anime is horrendous. Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. Even compared to the rest of the anime, but in the manga, it's awesome. Oh, and Peckham's. Yeah, Peckham's is great. Wano is such a divisive arc. Yeah, Wano. Okay. Wano. I really, really like Wano. Is it too long? Hell yeah, it is. It's crazy. That shit's like its own series. But there's so much good stuff in it, man. Like, just think about the best moments of Wano. Talk about the best moments of Wano is like just talk about some of the best moments in the series. It's got so much in it. It's literally a whole series, like on its own. You can just read this as an isolated story, almost. That you actually really can't, but in theory you could, just because of how fleshed out Wano was. I like Wano, but I'm not really a fan of the Gear 5 reveal. Big disagree on that. I love Gear 5. I think it maybe the timing of it was a little weird, but the reveal itself I thought was great. Act 1 and 2 are pretty good. Act 3 just got dragged on way too long and definitely needed more editor intervention. Yeah. It's I wonder, I don't know what editor Oda had back then. I don't really keep track, but it must have been like a very yes man editor. It reminds me of like George Lucas with the prequels, where that one dude just said yes to everything, never told him no. And that's how the prequels came to be. But still, I think a lot of the Onigashima stuff is really enjoyable. It has some glaring flaws, but you know, I still think it's really cool. You guys ever think about the fact that Izo's death didn't even feel like a death? You just like find out he died later. It didn't. I like nothing about the scene where he dies read as a death to me. That's always frustrated me so much. Wano anime is longer than Hunter x Hunter. Yeah. Yep. Wano as an arc is just way too ambitious even for Oda. I feel some of the cut content could serve as like an extended director's cut like Lord of the Rings. Yeah, true. As you're reading Kagurabachi, what's the potential of the series in the long run? Oh man, that's a tough question. It's really hard for me to picture the future of Kagurabachi, to be honest. I see it. I don't know. It'll probably, man, I don't know. I bet it'll last at least like into the 200s for chapters. Not just that, but Spielberg and Coppola. Coppola. I don't know how to say that. Warned him like Anakin, like the age. Correct, and most people didn't believe Ashura was dead until the end. Yeah, because it's hard to believe characters are dead in One Piece. You have to get confirmation. It's like we still don't know if Hawkins is dead. No clue. I doubt he is though. Biggest issue is that it started the animation overcompensating for years of bad anime, and it just feels like too much of an overcorrection. That's fair. Gotta respect that Oda actually just keeps trudging along, though, unlike some other famous authors. Cough, cough, George R. R. Martin. Yeah. Hawkins is alive, IMO. Yeah, I think he is, too. Okay. Wano, I'm putting it... God damn, this is actually really hard. A? I'm gonna say A. I don't know. That I probably won't agree with that in like tomorrow, to be honest. But it's A, like bottom A, I guess. I think it's really fun. Odin flashback, best, not best in the series, but one of the best in the series. It's so good. Okay, Egghead. Egghead's very good. I think the flash or no, well, okay, I guess I can talk about the flashback. The flashback's incredible. That's one of the best. I love Kuma. But the finale stuff, like the final struggle against Saturn, isn't the greatest thing in the world, but everything else really, really hits and lands just so well. It's a very tight arc. It's I think it's like a similar length to Whole Cake, and I really like the length of Whole Cake, as I do Egghead. Some people say it's a little fast, but well, honestly, in some ways I agree. But I think it, again, it's like it's kind of the same thing I was saying with Demon Slayer in that video. It tells us everything we need to know to enjoy the story, and that's all that matters. Like, yeah, I would like some more slice of life, like just cool crewing around moments on Egghead, but we didn't get that, and that's fine. It's definitely on an A. It's just a matter of where. Probably here. Yeah, that looks good to me. Let's see here. Egghead was nice and quick. Oh yeah, Kuma's flashback was fantastic. As for the arc, it is between Whole Cake and Skypiea for you. Egghead was good until the Gorosei gets summoned and Vegapunk's countdown message gets drawn out. Yeah, like, I don't know. I go back and forth on that a lot. I didn't think Egghead would be as good as it was when it started. Yeah, I don't think anybody did, really. But it's fantastic. All right, Elbaf, I don't know. It's I'm not saying it's too early because it's been going on for a minute, but we really haven't gotten to a point where I can rank it, because I don't know. I don't really know where we're going with it at the moment. Like, I don't know what endgame Elbaf looks like. But oops, I'm just gonna keep it off the list. Eventually it can what the hell was I talking about? Eventually it can reach probably A tier if it stays as good as it's been, because I mean, I do really like it so far, despite my gripes that I've been talking about the flashback. But I've gotten over that. Whatever, I just gotta turn my brain off. It's really good so far, though. I could see it being in like A tier. Hey Cage, you said in your video earlier about the editor-in-chief, his name is Saito, and he has been in charge for over a year. Yes, he is crazy. He's the wildest editor-in-chief I've been around for. I don't know what the hell he's doing. And yeah, it's Saito. I will try to remember that from now on. Half of it's been flashback. Yeah, I know. It's kind of crazy. Is Loki even telling the flashback anymore? That's what I'm saying, Leo Dog. I've been trying to say this. It's so weird. How does he know this shit? And it's so funny because they emphasize, like, Loki, whenever this shit starts, he's like, I'm saying this from my point of view. I'm not gonna get all the details. I don't know everything. I'm just me. But then he tells like all of God Valley. What the fuck? Whatever. I think the countdown will feel better on a reread. It was pretty drawn out week to week though. Yeah, I'm due for a reread of Egghead for sure. I hope Elbaf goes on for a long time. Yeah, I hope. I want it to be long as well, but I can't. I feel like it won't be. I feel like we're gonna reach climax like as soon as this flashback's over. Similar to Egghead, similar plot structure. Loki, how did you get info on the parts you weren't there for exactly? Not complaining about God Valley, it's so hype. Exactly, yeah, 100%. Elbaf could go anywhere from S to D depending on the rest of the arc IMO. Totally. Absolutely. It could totally drop the ball. At this point, the library is going to be burnt by the time he's done talking. Yeah, for real, though. I just want to say that the whole Shocky bit is the best joke in the entire series. I love all the old gen were motivated by one pretty lady. Yeah, I love it too. It's great. Loki's only talking about what happened at the castle that day. The rest of the flashback has been an omniscient narrator interjecting to talk about Harold and rocks. Sure, but that's just fascinating. Like, we have a flashback within a flashback, or like a side story within a flashback. It's just very interesting. I don't know. I'm glad we're getting God Valley. Don't get me wrong. I feel like it's just a neutral observation. Like, there's a narrator, obviously, in Elbaf. I didn't get the impression it was from Loki's view. Well, this flashback literally is, though. It was started and framed that way. There's literally a line where Loki says what I just said a second ago. All right. I'm gonna do one more tier list and then we'll call it a night. Give me something. Let's hear what you got. What do you got? Anything? Rocks to anime. I don't care. Whatever. I'll do fucking whatever at this point. Let's hear what do you want to know? What do you want my scathing hot takes on? Stones. I already did rocks. What's even the difference? Zelda Secret Stones. Wow, awesome. Shoujo manga, I haven't read enough, admittedly. Anime studios? That could be interesting. Anime dudes, what the fuck is this about? What would be freaky with? Holy shit. What the fuck is this? This was definitely made for like a friend group. Bonolanov on here. Oh shit. You could do some freaky ass stuff with Bonolanov. What's something you know other than manga? Manga's my life, bro. That's about it. Yeah, let me do a tier list of all the Pokemon. Garbodor's on here. Do all 700 Pokemon. All right. Yeah, sure. What am I looking at? I don't really know. I don't even know what I'm looking at, to be honest. Wow. Peak. Truly. Okay. Every One Piece episode. Yeah, this is awesome. Let me just search manga. What comes up when you search manga? My anime tier list 3. Wow. Riveting. Art tier list with like paintings. Like best art in manga. That could be kind of interesting. The hell is this? Wow. There's got to be something interesting in here. MC list? Did I read that right? What? These aren't MCs. What? Anime manga main characters. Excuse me? I don't think Okuyasu is the main character of part 4, but I could be wrong. Axed manga? Is that going to be on here? Oh. 2019 to 2023. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Oh, man. All right, this will be the last one for the night. Good suggestion, though, Key to this, guys. I like that. Okay. A lot of these I haven't thought about in a very long time. So, let's see here. Firewood? Oh, like, I'm changing that. Garbage. Transcends the axe. Nerd emoji. Banger. Okay. Nine Dragons Ball Parade. Minus the racism, it wasn't that bad. But racism was pretty bad. So like I guess I'm changing all of these. Hold on. S A B C D add row below. Not two of them. Fuck. Whatever. D F. Okay. D. You're just gonna add a racism to you. Maybe I should. Damn, the only one of these I've read is Icehead Gill. Oh, classic. Yes, there are very stereotypically drawn black characters in Nine Dragons Ball Parade. If I wait, is this a different series actually? Hold on, maybe I'm thinking of something else. Whatever, I'm just gonna say it's racist and move on. Why not? I'm kidding. I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe that was a different series. It was golf. Wait. Oh shit. No, I'm thinking of Robot Laser Beam. Where the hell is that? Is that on here? Sorry. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. That was another golf series. This is baseball. Holy shit. I'm all fucked up. My bad. I remember this series. It wasn't very good. The Robot Laser Beam or whatever, that was the racist one. I don't see it on here though. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Can you change the color? Sure. None of these look very good. Sorry. Well, I'll just shit. Whatever. I don't know. I'm bad at that shit. Whatever. Okay, A Gravity Boys. I actually didn't read that for some reason. Why didn't I read that? That's probably that's the only one on here I didn't read. I guess I'll just skip. Why did I skip that? What happened there? Okay. Aliens Area. You guys remember Aliens Area? This shit, I thought it was really cool at first, but it turned to garbage very quickly. I'll probably see as well, I guess. Oh wait, no, I didn't read Ayashimon either. Okay, is that all though? Let me actually make sure. Oh, I didn't read Red Hood. I'll move these to the bottom. Okay. Everything else I read. Nope, I didn't read Build King, but that was intentionally. Aliens Area. Yeah, it did get really bad. It had cool moments, if I remember right. A lot of these are like, I can barely remember what they are. So this will be an interesting tier list to make. It has good ideas, but man, that beginning was not good, as well as the rough character designs for the lead and especially the kids. And the kids more alien than the aliens themselves. Oh my god, that's right. They did have like freaky ass kids. Okay. Beast Children. This was by the guy that did the manga I really liked. What the hell was that called? The golf one. What was that called? Is it on here? Damn. Greens. Yes, thank you. I really liked Green Greens, but Beast Children was not very good. It had some heart to it, but I don't know. It was kind of bad. I really hope that author gets to do something again in the future, though. Our Blood Oath, I did read this, but I don't remember a single thing about it. Not even one thing. So whatever. F. Bone Collection was a weird one, bro. That's the one where they like. It was like the kid who had a ghost who he would like pull the bones out of her to use as weapons, I think. So weird. These are gonna be hard to rank. This is more so just a reminiscing list, I guess, because I don't know how I'm gonna rank these if I barely remember them. But I'll give it like a C. Why not? Candy Flurry was cool. I thought that was a fun read. It was so bland. Obo was terrible. Who also had a villain that I didn't hate but had pity. Oh, Our Blood Oath. Okay. Sometimes it takes a few stinkers for an author to make a banger, for sure. Hardboiled Cop and Dolphin was actually pretty funny. I think this, if I remember right, this lasted a little longer than a normal flop. Maybe even like substantially longer. I don't remember exactly, but this was good. I think that was, I remember enjoying that. It was fun. Do Retry was ass, man. I'm not going to go as far as F, but that was rough. All I can really recall from it, it was like a period piece, I think post World War II. Your kid has to get money for his sick sister by boxing, and he gets caught up in like the underworld, and he ends up fighting his dad at the end. It was like a legendary boxer. And I remember along the way he fights this guy with a huge right arm. That's about all I can remember. I think the art was pretty bad if I remember correctly. Bone Collection got me so angry I would get to places I didn't think I would go to. Yeah. Oh my god. Doran, or whatever the hell. This was pretty bad, bro. This was another one that I think lasted way too long. Maybe F. That was pretty shit. Yeah, that was a rough one. Double Taisei. Oh my god, what was this? I don't remember this one. Was this like the split personality one? I think it's like two dudes sharing a body. That's been a minute. I don't know. C. That'll be my one for things that I barely remember. It could go either way. Candy Flare was fun. Cop and Dolphin was funny and interesting, but was stalled. Do Retry, same issues. Bone Collection was good for the first 4 chapters. Double Taisei was the Shogi double personality series. Okay, right. It was Shogi. Pretty forgettable. Bro, I remember they canceled the better ones at 19 chapters, but let the horrible ones go on for 45 chapters. Oh my god, I know, right? This was that era. They just let shit go for no reason. Earthchild. This... Oh my god, what was this? It was like a super baby... had like a kid that was like the savior of the world or some shit. D. Fabricant 100. Insert name. You didn't enjoy Fabricant 100? Because I did. I put that in almost S. Like, okay, if we're talking... Yeah, it's S. In terms of this list, S. Like, this is probably as good as you can get from what's on this list. I thought this was a really fun series. I compared it to Kaitagami a lot when I was talking about it because they are remarkably similar. Oh, you didn't read it? Okay. It was good. I'd recommend it, honestly. It's a fun read. Shugamara was a pain. I can tell it was bad from the cover. Earth Tribe was terrible and it had a bad editor attached. Yeah, sounds about right. Ginka and Luna. I like this was cute like art wise, but the story was kind of mid. I'll throw it a B because it was kind of cool. Fabric 100 solid and would agree with some of what Shonen Flop said could be fixed. I'm not sure who or what that is, but I'm assuming they're spitting. Guardian of the Witch. This was ass. I have very vague memories of it, but I think it was garbage. Ginka and Luna was a way too fast beginning, and I was disappointed because it was fun. Yeah. Oh, Shonen Flop is a podcast. Oh, that's cool. I also have a podcast. High School Family is great. Another S in terms of this list. This got axed, yeah, but it lasted for over 100 chapters. So I mean, does that really count? This was great. It was really funny. I thought it was a good series. I loved Gomez the cat. There's this chapter where he gets really fat, and he just kind of like rolls around the school. That's a great chapter. I tell C I kind of remember. It was like, oh shit. It has something to do with like vampires or something. Or was it like a stalker? I don't remember. It's Ichigoki's Under Control. This was a wild ass manga. The art was insane. It looked so weird. I'm gonna say C because like it was cool. I don't know. I admire very limited aspects about it, but I thought it was at least eye-catching. Magu-chan I never read, actually. That's another one I didn't read. I Tell C is a detective mystery series, right? Okay. Oh, I do kind of remember that, but only barely. Mitama Security. I do not remember that. Mori King was actually pretty good. That's actually, yeah, that's like right on par with Hardboiled Cop and Dolphin. Neru, Way of the Martial Artist. I don't remember that one at all. I'll put this in S. PPP P times 6. This was a good one. I actually I really enjoyed that one as I was reading it. It got cut really short though. But because it got cut so short, the ending actually ended up being really cool. Just like in a really unique way. I liked it a lot. Cool series. Magu-chan's writing would occasionally put me to sleep. Damn. Neru came out with Red Hood. Barely remember it. Phantom Seer. Oh, this one was okay. I think. B. I think that one was alright. Protect Me Shugamara was trash, bro. Actually, F. That was so bad. That was one of the worst gag manga ever. That's like Nice Prison before Nice Prison. Shit was so ass. I hated that. Samurai 8. I could C. No, it's not. I'll give it B, I guess. Why not? Super Smartphone was trash garbage. Holy shit, I hated that series. So boring. It wanted to be Death Note, but it was like the worst concept I've ever seen for a manga. Hated that shit. Tenmaku Cinema was really good, man. I loved it. I seriously loved it. It was about making movies. It was like this director, dead director haunts a like aspiring director who's in high school, and they try to make movies together, but it didn't get very far, so they really didn't do a whole lot. But I really liked the concept. It was a lot of fun. You liked Super Smartphone. That's crazy. Loved Tenmaku Cinema and showed it to my filmmaking educators. That's awesome. Yeah, that was a great one. The last Sayuki, that was like a kid who had a sister with like no legs or like broken legs, I think. I don't know. I can't remember what it was about beyond that. See. Time Paradox Ghostwriter was pretty damn cool, but it got no legs and arms. Holy shit, that was crazy. This series got the short end of the stick because there was a lot of like accusations that it was pro plagiarism because of what the series was about. But I think that's just a load of shit. Like, it's just, if did you not read the series? It's not saying that plagiarism is good. I don't know, whatever. I think people were reading it with the wrong lens. I thought it was cool. I really liked it, but it got cut super short. I think it was like 13 chapters. This was like a mega flop. They got that shit out of there. Yes, I put P times 6 and S. That was a great series. That was really unique. He was wrestling with the guilt from it. Yeah, exactly. I agree about that, but it really didn't figure things out. Well, it wasn't given an opportunity to. It got cut like ridiculously short. Tokyo Demon Bride story was like, it's like the definition of mid. Tokyo Shinobi Squad, that was pretty bad. I think it was just like a weird ripoff of Naruto, if I remember correctly. Yui Kamino Let's Loose. I don't know what that is. I don't even know if I read that one. I don't remember. Zip Man was kind of cool. It had good art. I'll throw it in B. Why not, man? And then lastly, Icehead Gill. I think it would have been funnier if it was pro plagiarism. Me too, actually. That would have been awesome. That series was from the Neuro author. Which one? Tokyo Demon Bride story or Shinobi Squad? Or something else entirely? I said Gil, I don't know, man. That was... It, like, started kind of cool, but... I think it was, like, trying to be Demon Slayer, if I remember right. I don't know. Why not? C, sure. Fuck it. Okay. Oh, Yui Kamio. That was Neuro. Interesting. Okay. That's that. Interesting list. It was fun to reminisce about some of these again. I haven't thought about many of these in forever. But I stand by it. I think Fabricant 100 was really great. High School Family was a lot of fun. P times 6. I don't know. Who was that? This Manga Bro? You're a hater, bro. I thought that was a really cool series. Some of the most unique art I've seen, period. And yeah, Tenmaku Cinema was like actually a banger. I thought that series got done so dirty. Okay. That's all I've got for this live stream. Thank you guys for checking this out. I will do more in the future. I would like to make them better. Here, let's here, can I do anything about this? Hold on. Right now I'm learning how to even live stream Can I not edit this text? Oh, here we go. Stream ending. Banger. Wow. See, this is so professional. Thank you guys for watching. I will absolutely do more streams. I'm going to polish my craft though. I had such big ideas for when I streamed, but I couldn't figure out how to do any of it. So next time this will be better, more professional. I might even play some games. I actually thought maybe like playing some old anime games, like PS2 era stuff would be fun, like Ultimate Ninja or some shit. I think that'd be cool. Level E reference. What was? What did I say that was a level E reference? It was fun. Here's the 10K next year. Man, that'd be cool. I hope. Do you use OBS? Yes, I use OBS. WStream. Thank you. Thank you. Craft. Oh, yes. Yes, Craft, my guy. I love Craft. Man, I haven't thought about Craft since I recorded that episode, to be honest. That's a homie, though. But yeah, that's the plan. I want to stream, like, I don't know. Maybe I'll try, like, once a week if I can. We'll see. I gotta iron out some details and learn how to even stream because clearly I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But thank you for showing up anyways. I did have a lot of fun with this, and I hope to see you guys again in another one. And thank you all once again for 1,000 subscribers. That means the world to me. This channel is just so fun to do. I just get to talk about my passion. You know, I love manga. It's such a huge part of my life, and to be able to talk about it on a weekly or sometimes twice a week basis, and actually have people listen to me and challenge my ideas, and just talk with me about it. I can put a conversation piece out in the world in video form, and people can write back to me, and I can talk back to them. It's a very simple thing, but I just love the fact that I'm able to do it, and obviously that's because of all of you. So thank you so much, genuinely. I love doing this, and I hope I can keep doing it for many, many years. Before we wrap up, I do want to give a shout out to my super nice prisoners, because this is still content, so I would like to continue to thank them at the end of every video and stream. Let me get all their names up. I just got a couple new ones literally this stream, so hold on. Get all those in order. All right, thank you to DJ Tengen, Braden Farrell, Milu Kitty, Hexanen Zujidin, Half Pipe, and our two new ones, the Cosmere 64 and Rafker. Thank you all so much, and thank you to all my normal nice prisoners as well. By the way, super nice prisoners far outweigh the nice prisoners, which is awesome. That makes me very happy, that because there's really not much of a reason to do the super nice prisoner tier. You just get your name read out loud. That's the only other perk, but it just shows that, I don't know, you guys care, and that's very sweet, and I really appreciate that. Well, time to type out the 1999 comment insert name. Hell yeah, get on it. Recording on Saturday. If that Killua moment is really happening, then I guess there will be a lot to talk about. I'm so curious. I don't even have a guess as to what happens. All right, guys. Thank you once again, and I will see you in whatever video comes next, or whatever stream you decide to check out next. Take it easy, everybody. Thanks again.